Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to the third episode of Worldwide Rush. You guys really are enjoying this logistical transportation management game right now where we've done really well. We actually expanded pretty far in the last episode. We've kind of moved away from buses and planes and dabbled in a little bit of trains, and we actually implemented our first boat as well. Which makes money one way, not really making money both ways, but we got to figure out who else wants to go to Douglas to bring more people in. Now, we're in technically every country, the United Kingdom and Ireland, but if you break down the UK into the 4 individual countries, Northern Ireland, Wales, England and Scotland, we're in all of them except Scotland. And one of my goals is to build a hub in Edinburgh. So if I quickly do that now, while that goal is there, we're now going to be extending up into the Highlands. So guys, this is going to be an interesting one because the infrastructure severely needs to be upgraded, and we're going to be getting to the point where we're going to be connected to every single city. So if you are enjoying this series so far, I'm not too sure if I have the ability to expand into mainland Europe in this demo, but we might find out shortly. If you are enjoying it, smash the like button down below, subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out, and leave a comment saying send you for play some more, and we'll do just that. So, goals right now is to make some of these vehicles profitable. One of them is the bus route going to and from Liverpool and Lancaster, which this should technically be making profit. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't make any profit. I'm not too sure there. Another one is the Cardiff to Swansea route. That might need downgrading, if I'm being completely honest with you. And the other one is Birmingham to Sheffield. Really? You're not making profit? Surprising, that is. Surprising. We've got to fulfill the Birmingham demand, but also, if I can do bonus, right, get Edinburgh connected up even further. Now, I think trains are a must at this point. I really do. So we could extend the Newcastle up to Edinburgh, then going up to Dundee. That will be a huge connection there. So if I add a city and we go from Newcastle to Edinburgh, where's Edinburgh right now on this big list? There we go. If I do it via trains, and we just pick the first one there, we'll build this rail line first, and then buy and create the train. Nice! Okay, that's one bonus done. I think to Dundee, I think we could maybe rely on vehicles. So, Edinburgh to Dundee. If I chose a road vehicle to begin with, the road wouldn't cost me that much. Nice and simple to pretty much build right there. There we go, boys. There we go. Nice little run there. Nice little run. So that should keep me going for a little while. We still got a lot of demand to go to Dublin, which might be an idea to upgrade this plane. Expensive, but yeah, very expensive. Actually can't do it. The plane's quite a bit of cash, isn't it? Right, can I afford to do it now? Yes. So that will hopefully transport twice as many people. That's what we're kind of hoping for at this point. Now, this bus is not making any profit. So I think downgrading to a smaller one is probably the better option. And this one, downgrading this. Now, this is Birmingham. No, this is Sheffield to Birmingham, isn't it? There doesn't seem to be that much demand. So I'm going to replace that for a smaller bus. Don't get to quite do those goals, but we can make a little bit of a dent into them. Now, one of the things I want to do is eventually extend all the way down into Cornwall. Each of these places here want to go to London, all the way leading up to Brighton. So if I made a train line from London to Brighton, down to Poole, Exeter, Plymouth, and then, is it Truro? That would be an interesting train line, but that's going to be an expensive train line, to say the least. Right, let's have a little bit of a fast forward, boys. See if we can make any of this demanding Birmingham be complete. We do need a second plane on that route, which is going to be really, really important. But I'm really happy that we've now extended into Scotland. This is going to be a game changer for us. Right, didn't get to complete any of those, and we're quite slacking recently in trying to complete many of these goals. So, vehicle optimization, that I'm hoping that might need a downgrade, thinking about it. I didn't need to have such a big one on there. There's a problem in Birmingham still, and it is going to be the Dublin planes. So we're going to duplicate that and add a second one on. Could I do it? Can I afford to? It's 1.3 million is what I need. Right, there we go. We've duplicated that right now, so hopefully that sorts it out. And build a hub in Peterborough? That's such a random place. But then looking at it, look at the amount of people wanting to travel to here, so it kind of makes sense. Now, we've got a lot of people who want to go to Nottingham. I think we might need to upgrade the train there, or add a second train. A lot of people want to go to Nottingham, London and Birmingham. Nottingham want to go to Sheffield and London. Sheffield wants to go to Manchester. So I'm wondering if I do a Peterborough to Nottingham to Sheffield to Manchester. I don't think... Oh, I'll take it to Liverpool, the train line. Because obviously people from Liverpool want to get to Manchester to maybe transfer over to Newcastle on that train line. So it's about now connecting train lines to create crossovers so people can jump from train to train. I know, expensive, I know, but bear with me on this, bear with me. I need 900 grand right now to build the hub, which we can afford to do. That completes those goals right there, so that will give me the bonus money now for when it completes. But obviously I've got to set up the Peterborough. This line's going to be so expensive. Right, Peterborough to Nottingham, to Sheffield, to Manchester, to then end in Liverpool. Where's the Liverpool? Where's Liverpool here? There we go. So if I wanted to do this via a train, now it's important because it crisscrosses the line going up to Hull and the line going up to Newcastle via crisscrossing at Manchester and Peterborough. We pick up people in Nottingham and Sheffield and in Liverpool, which is really important to you know, make it intertwined and connected. Now, to build the rails, this is a different story. That's going to cost me 187. That's going to cost me 124. That'll cost me 117. And that will cost me 124. So building the rails was not the problem. It's affording the train at 1.1 million, which is the issue. Now, we might complete these goals before anything, which is great. I can now buy the train for it. And that will now continue. Now, it could potentially take away passengers from the buses, which eventually will come back and reevaluate the bus situation. But that's huge. People can now travel where they want to go to. I just now need to start saving money to be able to buy more trains. Now, I could have the ability to upgrade a train. Increases my capacity, but in doing so is a lot of money. Right, fulfill the Birmingham demand. We should fulfill it quite quickly. Potential to upgrade a few vehicles right now. Does this one get fully upgraded? Yes. Okay, we'll upgrade you. Potential to upgrade another one over here. Upgrade you. So if it's just now a case of waiting for the Birmingham demand to be satisfied, then we're all good. We're all good, boys. We're on 60% already. Keep it going. 80% right now. This should be quite easily done. 94, 95. 98. Oh, it didn't get done. Oh, how annoying. It didn't get done. Right, that's fine. So where's slacking then? Don't tell me the Sheffield line is now having issues. So that's Birmingham to London. What's going on with the Sheffield route? Sheffield. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Right. Has a direct path. But do I run a train line to it? Nobody wants to go anywhere else, do they? Up to Hull, maybe? 20%. Travellers. There is people to Hull. I could maybe go from Birmingham, Nottingham, Sheffield into Hull on a train line. Right, Birmingham to Nottingham. Right, where's Nottingham on this list? Nottingham. Sheffield, and then end it at Hull. So select it via a train. Oh, we've got a new train that we can now utilise. So build the rail there, build the rail there, create that route. Right, that will take a lot of pressure then off Birmingham in general. So that'll be really, really handy for us. Right, all the train lines are becoming intertwined right now. They really are. You can pretty much get on the train from anywhere to almost go anywhere. Worst case scenario, you'd have to do the final journey on a bus. Right, fulfill Manchester demand. A lot of people want to go to Dublin right now. Now, we haven't set up, I don't think we set up a plane route, did we? We did. But I think the planes now might need to be upgraded. Also to Belfast as well. Maybe we create the flyover from Manchester to Belfast. That will kind of ease the burden slightly. So, Manchester to Belfast. Where's Belfast? Have I just scrolled past it and not realised? Belfast, Belfast. There we go. And we do this via planes. Now, this is fairly cheap. Carries 8 people. Create. There are no what do you mean there's no travellers between Manchester to Belfast? Look at the amount of people there in Manchester. Yes, I will accept. I will accept. Right, fast forward now. There's the plane. No people on. Picks people up to fly them back. Look how many people want to go to Belfast right now. Connecting from... Oh, could it be... Hold on. It might be the people that want to go from Belfast to Newcastle. Maybe that's what the issue is. Like, I get the Newcastle fulfillment up. We could look at adding a secondary train on this route. Or maybe... Because we had the trains doing the 4 stops there. We could maybe drop them down a little bit. Who knows? But let me just build the hub in Glasgow. And it wants to go to Newcastle and to Edinburgh. Right. It's sending me all over the place right now. It is sending me all over the place. So Glasgow to Edinburgh. We'll do a bus route on this first. Build the road, create you. And then we want... It needs to do a line going to Newcastle. Now, it could... It is actually already set up to go to Newcastle from Edinburgh, so that will kind of work. Vehicle profitability, we might have to drop that down. We'll see in just a moment. This Manchester thing is an issue. I think it's not a case of having the plane fly to Manchester. It's because Belfast want to get to Newcastle, but they go via Manchester. Because they come down to Dublin, cross over on the plane there, and then go up. So, I think it's more of a case of... Let this plane come back right now. In reality, I'm going to delete this plane. And we're going to create a line from Newcastle to go to Belfast via the plane, which will have to be one of these. Will have to be one of these, which will then stop people coming down to Manchester for the Belfast route, thus putting more pressure on Newcastle, but then taking away the people and the demand from Newcastle, Manchester itself. Right. How well this is going to go, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Right. Newcastle, we need another train on this route here. So that's going to cost me $1 million to kind of replicate it. Should come in shortly anyway, the money. It really should come in shortly. We need... How much do we need again? There we go. We've got enough there to do it. I don't... Oh, damn. Okay. We've completed all of those. I wasn't expecting that to happen straight away. But it seemed to have worked out none the least. Right. Fasty forwardy. Got all them done. Nice. Nice. And now fulfill Peterborough and Birmingham, and we got some potential upgrades at the same time. So let's look at the upgrades then. Upgrading the Dundee to Edinburgh bus route. I'm going to assume because we've got people want to go to Newcastle now that demand has increased, so upgrade you. Another upgrade is Birmingham to Sheffield. Okay. But is it worth it though? I'll upgrade it because it's, you know, telling me to. Oh no, potential upgrade. So what's the upgrade then? Alright, there we go. Upgrade's now done. Peterborough demand to Hull. We've got a train that goes up to Hull. It might be a case of adding a second train on that line. Let's just see what the, just in general, what the demand does. And if I can afford to maybe place a secondary train on that route. So to replicate another train here, 1.136 million. We'll get a secondary train on that. Alright, fast forward now. Yeah, that really, we've chomped a lot of demand on that. Is it enough to now complete it? Yes, we've nailed all of those. Can't quite get the 20,000 people being transported yet, though. I think we need to go to a few new cities before we can actually do that. Or just keep upgrading the amount of trains that we currently have. Right, let's get this goal done. There we go. Nice. And now we've got indirect traffic problem, Manchester to Lancaster. So we need to theoretically create a line. So Lancaster wants to also go to Birmingham. Manchester to Lancaster as well. We'll first create that route though. So Manchester to Lancaster, and it will be a simple road vehicle. Oh, that solves that indirect issue. Build a hub in Lancaster. Oh my goodness me. Alright, there we go. And then connect Lancaster to Newcastle. But Lancaster also wants to go to Liverpool. So what if I do Birmingham to Liverpool to Lancaster to Newcastle on a train route? Because there's Liverpool it wants to connect to there. And Newcastle in a different direction. Oh, this is going to be a wild one. Boys, we really are extending the train network right now. I cannot express how wild this is now becoming. So Lancaster to then Newcastle. And we're going to do this all via train, by the way. So we're going to build the rails. Bam. Bam. And I can't afford to do the rest just yet. We'll fast forward. Bam. And then 1.1 milli to buy the train. There we go. We probably could have been better off as well. Maybe connecting it to Carlisle. Thinking about it, that line would have really benefited going to Carlisle. Right. Okay. Let me see if I can redo that line. Where's the train? Right, there's the train. How do I edit the route? I know if I can. I don't know how to edit the route, so I might just quickly pause, sell it, start that again. So from Birmingham to Liverpool, that's Hull. That's not Liverpool. Liverpool to Lancaster to, which would then be Carlisle, to then Newcastle via the train. Because the train only goes to Carlisle anyway. There we go. And that benefits Carlisle then at that point. Right. Train networks everywhere. Train networks everywhere, boys. So connect. We've connected up. I think they want a direct route from Lancaster. And build a hub. We've built a hub in Lancaster. We've done that. We've got that hub. I don't need to complete that for the extra bonus. It's not the end of the world. We've got a train line that will take them there. It could do with more trains. It really could do with more trains. But this should be okay for now. Look at that. Nearly 15,000 people. So we're getting closer to the 20,000 that we need to transport. Let's get past this goal then. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And what's it saying right now? Fulfill Birmingham and Manchester demand and upgrade some vehicles for profitability. This is already like upgrade. I mean, I can replace it, but it's not really what I want it to do. Weirdly. Right, so this is a moment where we've got a little bit of breathing space. So to Peterborough. And that comes from this train line going this way. So, is it now worth me getting... Is that the train that goes to Peterborough? It does. Duplicating you and getting a second train on that line. So that'll get into the swing of things. The Dublin route is always going to be a pain. So I'm going to duplicate another plane on that route. And then we should fairly easily get both of these demands done. We're in the 90s. Am I going to get them done? Oh, I don't think I'm going to get them done. So Birmingham to Dublin. I'll duplicate another plane there. 16,000 people transported now. No, we actually didn't. We actually failed to get both of those demands complete. Interesting. Okay. But I think I was a little bit late to upgrading some stuff. If I'm completely honest with you. Right, okay. Okay. So, build a hub in Leeds is my next mission. And then connect up Sheffield and Newcastle. Now, we're already... Are we already Sheffield and Newcastle? If I went... I mean, the train on this one, does it get onto Leeds? It doesn't. So if I do a line from, let's say, Newcastle to Leeds. Newcastle to Leeds. Have I scrolled past Leeds? Oh, there it is. Add in Sheffield. And what if I went... Newcastle, Leeds, Sheffield, Birmingham, Cardiff, Swansea. Ooh. Not the journey they wanted, but the journey they will get. Alright, build rails. Build rails. Build rails. And create that line. So they can go from Swansea to Newcastle on that route. That's a wild line. That is a wild line. Right, I can upgrade you. Oh no, I mean, I would need to upgrade it, but that's very, very expensive. Let's just get some more profit in our back pocket first. So can we do the Peterborough demand? Peterborough's actually got quite busy. It's the London line there. I reckon we need a second train here. It's about increasing the frequency, which is handy. But yeah, I am not completing all those goals. I managed to get one done. So we do have an indirect traffic problem in London, which is London to Brighton. So, London to Brighton. We have a line that goes from London to Brighton. I think it's the indirect traffic going to Poole as well, but I think we need to think about creating the train line finally from London to Brighton to Poole to Exeter to Plymouth to Truro there, which is all going to be done via train. Building rails right now. This is going to be the most expensive train line I've probably built. And creating the train line. But we are also, I'm going to straight away add and duplicate a second train. And maybe a third train. So 3 trains on that line straight away. Yikes. And also build a hub in Inverness. And as bonuses, if I can connect up Edinburgh and Newcastle. Now let me just go ahead and see if I'm able to quickly afford to go from Inverness to Edinburgh on a train line. So I need I'm going to build rails. Oh, the rail price alone is going to kill me. Right. I ain't going to complete that goal, which I don't... No. I won't get the bonus, is what I'm saying. I won't get the bonus. But I can build that, and I need 1 million to build the train line. Oh, they want me to build a hub in Dover. Will that be leading me to Europe, guys? Will the hub in Dover lead me to Europe? Oh, right. Hold on. Optimize profitability. Can't upgrade you. Demand in Peterborough to Glasgow. Right. Okay. The more we expand north, the wilder this is now becoming. So Peterborough wants to go to Glasgow. Now, I'm going to go Peterborough, Nottingham, Sheffield, Leeds, Carlisle, Glasgow on a train route now. So Peterborough, Nottingham, Sheffield, Leeds, Carlisle, Glasgow, because it crisscrosses a bunch more cities and lines again. Do it via train. I've got to build rails in certain locations. And I just need the money to buy the train. Right. This is connectivity at its finest. This really is. Alright, we might be overkill on the amount of trains we've got on this line as well. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So, vehicle profitability, I don't think we're going to get that. I really don't think that. Alright, that train there, it's going to get busy, that train is. I know it is. I know it is. Building the hub in Dover, by the way. So build you. And bonuses for London and Canterbury. So I could add these two. Just do a vehicle, road vehicle. And that connects them both up. So optimize for profitability. I'm not going to be able to upgrade that, unfortunately. I really am not. I really am not. Now, if I can go from Exeter up to Bristol to Birmingham, that will be a good crossover as well. Because it will lead into a bunch of different areas. Or maybe Exeter to Bristol, Cardiff, and up that way. Ugh. It's about trying to kind of crisscross everyone right now. We're getting close to 20,000 people being transported. We really are. We might do it, we might not. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. Bam. We're now Continental Network. Is this now going to push us to being able to grow a bit more? Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. Right. There's our hubs. Shipping route is making money. Not all of them are making money just yet. We still got to unlock a few more stuff. All of our trains are making money. Not all of our vehicles are making money, but the majority of our company is. Highest level city is Birmingham. Nice. That's our own little section there. We've only got 2 countries unlocked at the moment. I'm not sure how we get to other areas. But they want... We're now getting 4. Connect the whole nation? Oh, that might be where we then might, boys, once I've connected the whole nation, look towards extending to another country. Who knows? We're going to have to find out in the next episode whether this means that we are going to be moving to a new country. I'm not too sure, but oh my goodness me, we are growing, we are expanding. This is getting crazier. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, and if you are enjoying this series so far, we're about to find out what's going to happen in the next episode. So make sure you smash the like button if you are enjoying it. Subscribe if you want to be notified when that next episode does come out. But until next time, I'll see you all soon. So goodbye.